Hey, good morning. So you'll notice my little Frankie isn't here today. He is in doggy day camp or boot camp. He's gonna be gone for a couple weeks because he does really good most of the time, but sometimes he'll be at the door with me. He'll stay and wait really well. But if he sees something special out down the street a block or more, he will bolt through. And even though he's small, he's strong. So there's no way for me to stop him. So anyway, we took him to a 2-week camp where he will learn that wait or stay means stay. And then I can trust him. He scares people because he's not a cute, he's not real cute, like hairy and fluffy, like a Labradoodle. He's more, some people could see him as maybe a small pit bull. I don't know. But that foxhound, he just runs so fast and so straight and so serious that even if he's running towards a friend, it can be terrifying to an onlooker. Okay, so put on your makeup with me. I'm going to tell you the truth about this makeup. I'll get this out of the way. I grew up really poor. So I, for the most part, am a fairly frugal person. And I used to, there's so many negative ways to say frugal. But the positive way is frugal. I know what $1 is worth for the most part. We won't get into politics here. And I don't like wasting it. I don't like wasting it. Now, I will spend it on something luxurious, or what I call luxurious. I used to spend a lot on travel. I will tell you one thing that I have learned is that using a sponge or using a brush is wasteful. It really is. I just put 2 squirts on that brush and just got a nice light covering. This is a half a squirt, and I'm going to cover my whole neck area. See, I could have done that on my face. So 1 squirt would have been enough. It just depends if you feel like getting your fingers in it or not. So that's where some people might find it luxurious, is to be able to not get their fingers dirty. But I have a bandana here. I always have one to wipe off my tools with. One for darker things and one for lighter things. Or my nose. So anyway, since this was such a light covering, I'm going to, and honestly, if you have moisturizer on, and I usually use a little bit of grapeseed oil and water. Any grapeseed oil. I look for whatever's on sale, but there's only a few brands out there. But the grapeseed oil and water is wonderful. But I also, if I get sidetracked by something, which I do, sometimes I have I purchased a great big jar of CeraVe, and it's wonderful for the body because I have such thin skin and sometimes it itches. So I make sure I lubricate it pretty good if the air is dry. And So I have that. I put it in a small empty jar from an old moisturizer I used. So that's in there. What am I doing next? I only have a few minutes, so I need to make sure I hustle it up. I just wanted to say good morning and let you know a couple makeup tips. Now, there are some liquid blushes, and I haven't used any of them, but what I do use is lipstick. Unless I'm in a hurry, like I am today, because it's just easier to do the powder. It's less time consuming. I know this looks like a lot right there, but it's on my video camera in the other room. I don't know why that camera is just kind of funny, and it just, see, from back here even, well, the camera in there just shows this is really white, so I put a little dark. I even have an eyeshadow palette that I got a while back. I don't know. It's a nude edition of, oh, I'm not sure what brand it is. Let me get my glasses on and check. Why do they make it so tiny? I think it's a New York, or, let's see, it's all nude, but there's some sparkling ones, which I don't use sparkly very often. But what I will do is I'll take my blush brush and put it in here, even with a sparkly, and I'll put it on my neck to kind of blur some of those wrinkles. Does that make sense? This I know, I'm such a tightwad, so I know I probably saw this on somebody's channel and thought, oh, I'll try it. If they say it's inexpensive and it's, they'll give a thumbs up on it, then I'll try it. And the reason why I like it is it has a lot of browns and neutrals in it. So I am always super happy with that. And I'll use that for the base of my eyes. And when I do this, see the fat of my eyelid right there? See how fat that is? It's better than it was, because I've had eye surgery I forgot what it's called, rhinoplasty, but it still doesn't give me as much eyelid. Like if I'm sitting really straight, you can tell what an improvement that was. I forgot how much I paid for that. It was a bunch of years ago, so I'm sure the prices come down. But I just go ahead and put there. I don't know why people make it so complicated for hooded eyes. But this is where it is. I don't care if you put makeup anywhere else, but on that hood, just get it in there. And if you want to get really sloppy and fast, see, you just, any nice neutral brown or any nice blendable color, meaning if you use a bright blue or green or something like that, and you have really white skin, it's going to be tough. If you have darker skin, the darker colors are easier. But see how easy that was? Just put your finger like from the corner of your eye to the tip of where you wish your eyebrow was. For older people, the eyebrow thins out naturally over here on the side anyway, just like you lose fatty tissue here in your temples. So you're going to have that. So you just come over here. See there? Easy breezy. Easy breezy. Now, I'm going to take the, where's my eyebrow? Oh, we gotta have eyebrows. Well, I had an eyebrow. Oh, there it is. Okay, so just put a little water on my eyebrow brush. And actually, if I put my eyebrow brush right on there, I'll have a little wet spot that I can return to. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in. I've shown you this before. They have these different shades of brown. This is a taupe. Yeah, brow powder. I got it because I can use it for an eyeshadow or powder. See, I'm not gonna big deal it. If there's a straight line that goes from the top of where I wish I had hair to the top of where I wish I had hair, and it kind of flows with my eyebrow, so it just goes like this. Just like this. And it doesn't have to be a well-defined line. It just kind of almost a smoky line, because I don't want to look like I tried too hard on my eyebrows. And this just gets blended in. I know a lot of people go over and over and over it or get all artsy fartsy about it, but honestly, I can't afford that much time. I'm too lazy. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of my real white powder. I have this set aside. It's a very white powder from CoverGirl. And I just go under that, do this. Put a little bit on my lips to blot that. See the difference in my powders? This one's for around my eyes. This one's for anywhere else I might want to use it. I'm going to put a little darker powder right here so that doesn't look so red. It'll look different in my other camera. Okay, so here's my eyeliner brush. I'm not special about how I'm doing it. So I'm getting it wet, putting it in my darkest eyeshadow. This is a Rimmel 026. These colors are supposed to be purple, green, blue, and black, but they all come out as basically black. Wet brush, and then I just take my finger here, put it like this, and do a line like this. And the line comes down to the top of my eye. So there's no trick, except once I get it on there, I put a dot here and go straight over. No trick. No complications at all, right? So if I put a dot right here, it's just barely above that wrinkle, right? And I do this. Then if I pull it taut, I get the wrinkles out of the way. Now that doesn't mean there might not be a wrinkle jump. So you got to fill that in if there is one. Okay? Because sometimes there is. I know I hurried up and did this today, and there were some other things I wanted to talk about because life is juicy. But I have to get to work. I've fiddle-farted around all morning. So many tragic things on the news, and I just had to decompress. I heard the news because I got called about it, and sometimes my clients react to it pretty strongly. It's such a shame. So I like to be, available to clients. That's one of the things that I think a lot of humans have missed out on, is sort of a solid person in their life. you know, from childhood is like, did they have a dependable person, aunt, parent, grandparent, sibling? And a lot of people haven't, right? So when you can find a therapist who gets you and can be available, during business hours, of course. Like I'm on the clock right now because I by the time I make it to the camera, I've already done some business. Okay, sweethearts, I gotta go. Have a great day. Mwah.